So let's talk U Sports Radio. DJ Johnny B in the building, along with my co-host, Coach Alexander. We have a great show lined up for you tonight with a lot of information about U Sports. Our guest tonight is the legendary Hall of Famer Coach Perry Watson and student of the month, Caleb Valdez, Lemos, and Emma Dubrek. So thank you for joining us tonight.
So man, once again, it's a month that's been passed. What you been up to, man?
Busy, man. Working all day.
Been clubbing, man. I saw you.
We be clubbing?
I saw you on social media clubbing and everything.
Yeah, it's somewhat clubbing, but work.
Right.
Clubbing / work or work / clubbing.
Exactly.
However you want to put it, man.
However you want to put it. You get down though. I mean, I gotta admit, man, I ain't did some things. You get down.
Oh yeah, man. We get down at the club, bro.
You know what I'm
if you
saying?
ain't out there, you gotta come check me out. You gotta come out.
So I mean, with me, I've been getting ready for our club program. That's starting up in a couple of weeks.
Got tryouts coming up.
Tryouts are coming up. Yes, they are coming up. I'll tell you guys more details about that. But I'm just excited that we get to do another show.
Oh yeah.
And I'm excited that people actually watch our show.
Hey man, that's always a good feeling, man.
I think
Big shout out to everybody out there that's tuning in.
I think they love you. I think you're the sexy one. So
man, what can I say?
Right, they were like, who is that sexy guy right there?
Yeah, I'm used to it though.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta continue to have you on the show.
Yeah, sounds good, man. I'm glad to be here.
So yeah, shout out to everyone that watches our show. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in to our show. What's up, James? How you doing, man? But we're going to get it going. Today's topic is athlete burnout. Not so much at an adult level, but at a young age. I know for a fact, since I've been here in Colorado for 8 years now, I have known quite a few athletes to burn out at a young age.
Yeah.
I knew like one particular athlete. It was a young lady, freshman.
Mm-hmm.
By the time she got to high school, both her colleges were gone. College was gone in her knees. She was done.
So she ain't even got much of a career.
Yeah, and the doctors, I mean, she was pretty much done, but the doctors just told her that it was just too much. She never got a break. She never got a chance to develop. Yeah. And that's one thing that we're facing here, that I get that the parents want to put the kids in different sports and everything, but the kids also needs time to
rest.
To rest.
Yeah, their body's got to rest.
I think your son took a break.
Yeah, Daniel took a break. He's been on break from basketball since, when was the last tournament?
It was in the summer.
Yeah, so he's been on break for a while, and I thought he was due for it too because he was burning out. Right. I mean, because it even showed on the court.
It showed on the court.
Because he wasn't playing as hard as he usually does. He was,
he was getting to that point.
But yeah, he's excited to come back though now. So we're
excited to have him back.
It rested his body and it mentally built him up to be ready for the next season. So he's ready. So
your parents, we're just this show would just try to help you guys to recognize when your young one is having these kind of issues or being burnt out or ready to give up, just can't take it no more. And I came up with like maybe 3 things. The physical and emotional exhaustion. The physical part can be that they just feel like they can't compete with bigger kids and they feel like that they don't belong.
Yeah.
The physical part. Mm-hmm. And emotional exhaustion can be from the coaches getting on them and from the parents. Mm-hmm. Your parent getting on them and pushing them and saying you can do it and saying you're not playing hard. When sometimes a kid is giving it their all. I always tell the kids that you can play harder but play smarter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just play smarter in some of the instances. And reduce, so we just talked about earlier, reduce the sports. Mm-hmm. Like reduce what they do. It's okay to take a break, parents. Yeah. Get a kid a book. I'm good on books,
You don't want to be like Floyd Mayweather Jr. and not know how to read.
Shout out to Floyd.
Best boxer in the world. Yeah, can't read.
You know what I'm saying? So take a break from sports. It's okay, parents, to put the kid, because I think Daniel was boxing.
Yeah, Daniel's boxing still.
And it's okay to put them in other sports. This is another thing or issue that I have in Colorado is that, and I'm talking to you coaches, so you guys see me on social media, I'm shouting out all you guys. You guys want to keep these kids under your realm instead of letting these kids just go out and be a butterfly. And that means letting them play other sports other than the sport that they love. Let them play other sports, and that will help them develop other muscles to compete in the main sport. So don't just keep the kid to yourself. Let them experience other coaches. You know what I'm saying? But make sure that the coaches that they experience is good coaches, would say. But just don't be selfish to let or you keep the kid to yourself. Yeah. That's how I feel about it.
And each sport, in my opinion, complements each other.
Yeah.
Like boxing complements basketball or football, or they all intertwine. You just use different muscles in each sport.
Exactly.
And then when you go back to your main sport, all the other muscles are developed, and you'll be more physically fit.
Exactly.
The main sport that you love.
Exactly. It's kind of like parents just think about it when you're working. You're working in the field, and kudos to the parents or kudos to the people that work 20 years in the industry and everything, but I guarantee they're not doing the same thing. They get bored. And that's what a kid do. If you start a kid out at a young age and you continue to have him or her in the same thing, first of all, don't let the kid dictate what him or her or she or he wants to do. Parents, you got to take control of them at a young age and say, no, this is what you're going to do. This is what I feel, consulting a good coach, and this is what I feel you need to do to prevent from burning out, to prevent them saying, oh, I want to play another sport. Because it's easy for these kids to run and go to another sport. And the only thing is what's going to happen is that they're going to quit that sport as well. So parents, you got to take control of their young activities, especially in sports, and have them do other things to develop their muscles so they won't get injured. Because this is really my first time ever seeing kids being injured at a young age. Mm-hmm. And it's like, man, I can't wait to see you get 40.
Right.
You know how we feel when I get out of bed. You're getting hurt at a young age. Yeah. I mean, you've been, having growth plates, this and that. Yeah. And I understand injuries do happen and everything, but parents, get your kids in other sports. One thing is, parents, you got to work with the kids' neck strength. Their necks is like turkey necks. When they fall, their head is the first thing to hit the floor. Mm-hmm. Got to develop their neck strength. Mm-hmm. They developed our neck strength when we was in Detroit. You got to develop the neck strength, and I can, go on my page, and I can post some neck exercises and everything. But one thing that helps the neck strength is that you get them other sports.
Right.
Where they won't burn out and hurt themselves. Mm-hmm. So with that said, there's other issues and related to burnout athletes. It's 3. The overload factors. You know what I'm saying? This will be on the website. I'm not going to go into deep detail, but it deals with exhaustion and those clients decrease in interest in training. Negative moods can create burnout. The social climate, pressure from the parents, like we discussed. Mm-hmm. The negative coaching behavior, we discussed that. Feeling trapped in the sport participation and lack of personal control. The personality factors, trait, anxiety, weak coping skills, negative, perfectionism, obsessive, passion, and undimensional identity. And that's just not knowing themselves while they out there playing the court. So parents, you have to pay attention to all those things. And it's not about winning. This is what a lot of parents get caught up on. And then they instill that in the kids, that you got to win, you got to win. No, it's not about winning. It's about development. And then it's about life. Mm-hmm. Development and life. Now, if the kid and the coaches are doing it the right way, they will win.
They'll start winning.
They will start winning.
Exactly. Yeah.
And at the same time, they winning in life and they understanding what's going on, and they got their own identity because they didn't came from somewhere to where they at now, and they understand how they got there. So parents, winning is not important as winning in life. and that's developing your youth at a young age to where they won't struggle when when they get to that point.
Right. So winning will come when winning is important.
Yeah. I mean, we started with Team Alexander. We was losing
All the time.
all the time.
And we got some
And
medals.
we got some medals. we got some trophies.
We got trophies.
We winning.
Finally.
So later on in the show, I'll come back with some strategies to help athletes avoid and deal with burnout. But we're going to get the show on the road. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we're going to come back with Coach Perry Watson.
We shall return.
All right.
Hello, I tell you a story.
Ooh, I love stories. It's gonna be a good one.
Svetlana had a little lamb.
Little lamb?
Little lamb. Svetlana had a little lamb whose fleece white as snow.
Oh, how cute. It sounds so cute.
Everywhere Svetlana went, the lamb was sure to go.
Oh, sounds so cute.
It followed her to school one day.
Oh, can you imagine a little lamb at school? Oh my God, those kids must have had a fit.
It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. It made the children laugh and play. Laugh and play. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school.
Oh, I bet she did. I bet the little lamb did have fun with all them kids.
And so the teacher killed the lamb and fed it to the school because it's cold and food is sparse in Russia.
Oh my. Poor little lamb.
Enjoy the story.
Sorry, kids. Stay in school. Don't take lambs to school. Okay, bye.
All right, Coach. I never asked you this, and I don't know. Who was your role model growing up, and why?
Truthfully, Brian, it was not an athlete or sports related. I grew up in the 60s.
Yep.
So, the people that had influence on me and the man I became that I followed was the civil rights people, man. I mean, whether it was Dr. King and what he stood for and the humanity that he had toward the poor people and just in general. I said, then you take, obviously Malcolm X, Huey Newton. I mean, it was during my college years when, society was being questioned. And I never had to worry about sports because I had such a love for sports. So I found my influences outside of sports. And as I look back, that's really probably what gave me the philosophy I had in terms of coaching.
Wow. What's missing in youth sports right now? What do you think is missing?
I'm old school, so the problems I see now is so much individualism. Because again, like I said, think about the mentors I talked about, whether it was Huey or Malcolm or Martin, it was always about your community. It was always about improving others. And so I always stressed team.
Yeah.
And I mean, whether it goes back to high school, we always wore Southwestern gear. We wore the same shoes. It was, obviously, you can't treat them all the same. You got to treat them fair, but most of them I treated the same. And even just at the college, you look at the Fab Five and you see a lot of quote people be, they brought out the black shoes, baggy shorts, the bald head. But one of the things I tried to get them to understand was that it can't just be
Mm-hmm.
So I think probably the biggest thing is the individualism that has really creeped into one of the best team sports there is.
Mm.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%, man. That's 100% on point right there.
Because that's all I stress. Like I say, Coach, I mean, I'm just taking the blueprint that you guys instilled in us, and that's all I stress. I mean, I would literally call a timeout in the middle of the game. Basketball. And that's it. I won't say nothing else. Timeout.
Basketball.
Basketball. Y'all sit on the bench. Basketball. So yeah. I mean that. Go ahead.
Those were life lessons, and I think the coaches in my era, we were at least attempting in our way to be more than just about basketball,
Right.
scoreboard, and like you mentioned, Coach Menifee, one of my favorite high school comrades,
Mm-hmm.
and I just think it's missing something because it, like I always say, basketball imitates life and life imitates basketball.
Mm.
So that has now kind of gotten to our lifeblood.
Mm. I'm writing all this down, Coach. All right, so one thing that I asked on the last show, how, and like I said, we were players though. Well, I don't know, like a lot of things I know me and you have talked in the past, and a lot of things as a coach, the head coach, you kept a lot of things for coming out that you kept, you know what I'm saying? You kept us together and everything. You told me some things, but how did you deal with players and parents about concern about playing time when you were coaching at the high level?
That is also a sign of the times. I always give thanks to, your parents and the parents of the players that I coach because we had developed, I guess, a trust because when I recruited, I never said that a guy has to go be an NBA player.
Right.
Even though I've been fortunate to have coached, 9, but I always promised parents that, hey, you'll come back a man. And that's in terms of, being responsible, being accountable, but also said they're going to get a college degree.
Right.
And, if they don't get it, it's because we failed.
Right.
And so with playing time, I think the rapport that I had built, and I would always try and tell parents, my door is always open. All my practices are open.
Yep.
And you can see what we teach and what we stress. And anytime you want to come talk to me, as long as it's not like after a game,
Yeah.
because usually that can be an emotional time where they may not be thinking rationally, and then a lot of times if you're not an athlete, you don't realize that the adrenaline that
Right.
we are playing with and coaching with, you don't just flip a switch. You still kind of hyped up, so I don't want to say something that's wrong.
Right.
So, just let me know when you can come in and talk. And then I also kind of would tell my parents, I said, let me say this. I said, playing time is not negotiable.
Mm-hmm.
They earn their playing time, and I'm always going to try to be fair and give them what they earn.
Yep.
Let me say this about the last question you asked, and I'm not calling the name, but you'll know exactly. Although I said everything was always team,
Yeah.
and you were the parents fell in line. I only had one that come to a game with times that would only be pointing at his son.
Oh my God, man.
You already know.
And I pulled him aside.
Yeah, you did.
And I said, listen, you get all those tickets for free. And
Yeah.
I said, can some of the kids come in and have a sign that shows other players' names?
Right.
And,
Right.
and it wasn't an argument, it was just pointing out to them that, you bringing a little stress and possible ill will when the only person you bring in signs for cheering for is your child. So, I think, you gotta put out fires, Brian, when they are, and you can't be afraid to put them out.
Right.
And that's one of the things I try to do.
Right.
And it's that last question about team first.
I'm glad you kept that away from us. Well, we were mentally strong because we saw it. but we were mentally strong to deal with it. Like, no, this is not going to happen. I'm gonna keep it PG, but yeah. But so coach, like as far as what made you want to coach, and did you ever think you would be a successful coach? Because you are one of the successful coaches in the business.
You know, it's kind of sometimes they say, you know, the best laid plans don't go the way you plan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the funny thing, again, if you go back to who I said was my influences in life, you know, all the revolutionaries, when I went to college, I decided that I wanted to go into education with no thoughts of coaching or whatever, because truthfully, I was still playing myself.
Yep.
And I thought I should have been playing for money, but my thing in going into education was because I wanted to make a difference in my community. I wanted to make sure that kids value and strive to be the best student they could be, because coming up in the hood, I saw so much talent that didn't get recognized because they didn't apply themselves academically. So with that being said, you know, I majored in education. I was teaching elementary school, and I was coaching kids at the rec center because, again, the rec center was my neighborhood, and I felt that they needed role models.
Mm-hmm.
So got into coaching really after getting my master's in guidance and counseling, because I thought that I could reach and be more a part of directing kids if I was a counselor.
Yeah.
Because I think back to the counselors when I was in high school, most of them didn't even put college as a goal. They just want you to graduate from high school and go to the plant.
Right.
At that time, as you know, growing up in Detroit, you could walk out the door and get a job at any of the big three.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, man, let me go into counseling. Because I remember my counselor telling me that, why are you going to go to college? You should just go to boards or whatever.
Wow.
So I went on and got my master's in guidance and counseling while I was an elementary teacher, with the goal of getting into high school and being a counselor. So now, along the way, my whole high school had made a real bad decision, and the coach that was replacing my high school coach, and the program had always had talent, and they went down and had won like 4 games in 2 years. And I mean,
Wow.
players, man, I would be embarrassed to take my young kids from the rec center to the game. And so the community really came up and said, you need to be coaching this team. Because we were like dominating the recreation leagues, the PAL leagues, and all of that, just from our little community. So they kind of called for it. I mean, one of our strongest community people back then, because we really did have community involvement in schools, he went in to the principal, hey, you need to talk to Barry. And the principal, to his credit, he really didn't know that much about athletics. And he was like, oh, have him come in and see me. So I ended up getting the job. And so I went in that way. And it's funny you asked, I think I was going to be successful, because when I had my first meeting with the team, one of the guys, you know, he knew me from the neighborhood because I was still playing. So he said, well, Coach, do you know anything about coaching? And I said, I tell you what, I probably know more about it than you. I said, we don't make this thing work, because it can't be any worse.
Right.
So I think what I did, Brian, I made my little philosophy to be to coach my kids the way that I wish I had been coached.
Wow.
So again, no disrespect, I had always had Caucasian coaches. I never had a black coach.
Wow.
And I always thought, man, if I coached, I'd be much closer, I'd be more demanding, I would expect excellence. And so now when you say the success, we became so successful program, because that wasn't my goal. My goal was to make them to be the best people they were, and students they were. The basketball part was easy for us.
Wow.
That's interesting.
I mean, that's very interesting. That's crazy.
You didn't know none of that, did
No, I didn't. That's deep, and I know the audience didn't know none of it either. And some of the guys, they were like, wow, didn't know that and everything. So, Coach, like, I know Johnny B probably asked this, but what are your thoughts on young athletes burning out at a young age? And do you think the parents are to blame, or?
I'm going to tell you this. I'm a old head. It's always the parents. Because kids are the same as they were 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever.
Yeah.
They need coaching, they need structure, they need some love. But what has changed is the parents.
Yeah.
And I don't remember ever hearing a parent tell me that I'm too hard on their kids. But now, man, I go to games now. You know, I'm in Florida 6 months a year, so nobody know me down here. You know, I don't walk around and who I am. So I teach my wife. We sit in the stand.
Oh, Lord.
And I tell my wife, I say, did they used to talk like that? And so I think it's parents. I mean, but not just in sports. I mean, you know, parents have changed.
Yeah.
And they don't want nobody to get on their kid. And they make excuses for them.
Right.
And that's the worst thing you can do with a young, impressionable. You know, you can't make excuses for poor behavior, poor effort, or any of that. But I see parents doing it. Now, the first blame is always the coach. I sit in the stand sometimes now, and I'll just say, oh, how many shots did the coach miss?
That's what I said.
They look at me, and I'm like, I'm just saying. I mean, well, coach, they ought to make that shot, or they ought to make this. I say, same coaches in that huddle saying, hey, miss your next shot.
Right.
But the coach gets the blame. But I tell young coaches, I say, now you have to coach for the right reason.
Right.
Because you will get none of the credit.
Right.
You will get all the blame.
Right. Yeah.
Well, you know, you have to really want to coach. And see, the coaches you talked about when you was in high school, you know, those guys was all educators, so they wasn't looking for a college job.
Yeah.
And it was more. I remember like one of the coaches told me, because I was the youngest coach when I started coaching high school, and I remember he told me, hey, young fella, some years you're coaching character.
Mm-hmm.
He said, it ain't about win. He said, I don't have the talent this year. So, you know, my generation, we took that as part of your job.
Right.
So, and I embraced that at every level I was at, Brian. So when I see the undesirable things that's happening right in front of the parents, right in front of the coaches, I just say, you know, like a lot of my guys, and you probably too, they'll say, Coach, could you still be coaching today? And I say, yeah, because I wouldn't have changed.
Yeah.
And the kids wouldn't. I say, you know, maybe I wouldn't have the trust and the cooperation I have with my players. Because I don't know if you know, but I mean, I had some big time players in college. I mean, in high school.
Yeah.
And when it came time to pick a college, I would sit there with most of my kids didn't have a dad. But I would sit there and we'd listen to the presentation, and I would get every one of them, because when I have multiple seniors, I would give them all a calendar, like for the month of September, when coaches would come out. And I would say, hey, Jalen, when you schedule a visit, you got to call all the other seniors and call me, so we all put it on the calendar.
Okay.
Nobody else will put one. I said, I can't be in two places at one time.
Right.
So I know some coaches say, man, you did every visit. I said, yeah. I said, because this is the most important decision that he's had to face in his 17 years.
Exactly.
And Brian, it never failed. When we would go through all of this, Mom would look at me and say, Coach, what do you think you should go? And that don't happen now.
Exactly, it don't.
I tell coaches that's earned. You know, you out there in Denver, and I don't know if you know, I had 2 players that played for Colorado.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I mean, Stevie Wise is probably in the top 5 scorers at the University of Denver.
Wow.
Thompson only played 2 years. I always see championship about that.
Right.
And then James Hunter. They both played like in the mid-'80s to late '80s. But again, it's like, how did they get to Colorado? Well, Colorado had an assistant coach at that time who did his job. I mean, he really recruited the kids. He came in with the head even involved in the recruitment no more.
Yeah, you're right. They're not at all. So, yeah, Coach. I want Johnny to know why you call me Problem Child. Is he gonna ask me?
I got kind of an idea, but I want to hear his version.
You can probably imagine. You know, I'm so proud of this guy. He mentioned his high school. His high school and I was probably, two of the best friends that coached against each other. And Brian, when I left Michigan, Brian had gone to junior college.
Yeah.
So, I'm always with the coach's respect. I don't bypass coaches. Go to Godfather, the Barber, the A. Well, wasn't big AAU back then. I coached the coach. So Brian was in junior college, and I had told his high school coach, I said, man, I got to get some of my players in, because when I took over the job at Detroit, I didn't run nobody off. And I know nowadays coaches say, I'm getting my own players in here. Well, I'm a Detroiter, and I wasn't going to run Detroit kids away and tell them you can't play with me. Mm-hmm. So I kept all the players that were coming back, but I also had an eye in trying to bring in players that more reflected me and the Detroit Public School League, and the fact that they not go quit, they not go fear nobody, and they will compete. So Brian was one of the guys that, when I talked to his coach, I said, well, I'm going to try and recruit Brian. I said, he got size. I said, you tell me something about him, whatever. He said, well, Watson, that's how you coach.
Yeah,
Watson, you'll be good for him. You'll be good for him.
Yeah.
And I said, well, if I need you to make a call, I said, I don't know his parents and whatever. I said, I may need that. So I called his junior college coach. And again, not calling no names, but son of a gun tried to talk me into not recruiting Brian.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, man. I'm just giving you respect, but I'm going to recruit him. So, as we say, we dealt with what came with it.
Yeah.
And Brian would bring some issues. But we never negotiated what our expectations was, and the fact that, hey, you get in shape, because it had a knee problem, you get in shape, we go build around you, we go bring the right kind of guys in. So it's a term of affection, Donnie, that I use whenever I thought that he was wavering a little bit. He became problem child. Even his mom and dad used to call him problem child.
Yeah.
That's your nickname now.
Yeah, the Problem Child. Yeah. I was but no, man. We gonna get out of here, Coach. We got some other guests that's coming on the show, but no, I just want to say, and this is on air, that I put a story out on Facebook. I think it was last year, about my time in junior college, and how I'll repost it. I'll find and repost it so you can read it, on how I was in a dark place at the time, and I know you know what I'm talking about. And it was because of you that got me out that dark place. Because the coach was crazy. And he did. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that's what we appreciate as coaches. Like I said, it's a different generation of coaches too. But that means more to me than any opportunities that maybe I had to go and make more money. Just the fact that, hey man, you helped save a life. You gave a guy a chance to, with his greatness time. Like I tell my wife all the time, I say, nothing that Team Alexander players can bring Brian that he can't give them the right advice on.
Yeah.
And I hear it from Jalen, I hear it from all my players, but that's the kind of men we were. Like a lot of people say, well, Coach, how did you have 4 and 5 coaches on your staff in high school when there was only 2 checks? I said, we didn't coach for checks. I said, I had 2 checks up to 4 checks.
Mm-hmm.
We just did the money. But I said, the other thing, all my coaching staff, which was unique in Detroit, all my coaches had college degrees. Because I wanted to put guys in front of my kids first thing the coach tells me, Coach, I want to follow in your footsteps. You know, I want to move up. You know, I want to do this. I say, man, I tell you what, I said, I know it's not the age of internet when I coach, but I say everything is somewhere if you do your homework. I said, go back and look and see if you ever saw an article in high school where I said that I want to move up. I said, I coach my players, man.
Right.
And that's why we won. That's why guys would play on the JV. I mean, like a lot of people say, they would play JV. Anderson Hunt played JV. Hey, that's the process.
Right.
The guys in front of them as 11th and 12th graders did what they were supposed to. I'm not putting them off the team.
Right.
And I said, you learn, and you earn your way. So, you know, it's just the way it was, Brian. And at the end of the day, when I look at all the successful guys I got now, because obviously I lived through those guys now with their involvement, not just in coaching, but, you know, whether it's in the ministry, whether it's in business. I mean, one of my guys is a judge. You know, I just kind of stay grateful that I had a part to play, you know, in their life, and it was all worthwhile for both of us.
All right, Coach. That's
awesome,
real,
Coach. That's a real coaching right there. It's a real old school coaching, man. I appreciate that, man. Everything that you've done for the game. That's awesome, man.
So,
Right.
yeah, we're going to let you get out of here, Coach, and we done had you about 30 minutes. So it's been real. I gave you your own show.
But it was all worth
It
it,
was
though,
all worth
man.
it.
That's good knowledge right there.
But yeah, Coach, we had talk offline and everything, and man, I appreciate you. I love you. Tell your family I love them. Your wife was my personal camera person.
Hey, you keep doing what you're doing, man, because, again, it's needed. So, young players got to understand what and DJ talking about watch your podcast and your advice to parents, to players. It's needed because it's kind of like, Brian, which you might have been told. I ain't going to hold you, but my people told me you never get enough of hearing the right thing.
Gotcha.
So don't just say it one time. Just continue and continue and continue. Because young men in particular mature later.
Gotcha.
And sometimes it don't kick in. But I hear some of my players now that's older than you that I coach in high school. They coach. I be talking to my kids, and I have to stop and I say, man, I sound just like Coach.
Gotcha. All right, Coach, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, man, and I'll talk to you later, man.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys have a great time.
Thank you, Coach.
Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Student Athlete of the Month.
Caleb Valdez.
Let's go.
G'day mates, when you're off to lunch today, come on down under and get yourself a genuine kangaroo burger from Joey's Kangaroo Steakhouse. Half a pound of real kangaroo topped with caramelised onions, lettuce and tomatoes, served with fries and goes great with a Foster's Giant Beer for only $8.99. And for the kiddies, we have new koala nuggets, made with the finest and cuddliest koalas we could find in all of the outback. Now I know you Yanks have issues with eating such cute animals, but come on now, everything in Australia is trying to kill you, and these things are yummy. Joey's Kangaroo Steakhouse, eat to be eaten.
All right, welcome back to the Let's Talk U Sports Radio Show live on the Sparks Radio Network channel on YouTube. Remember, once we come live to you once a month, every first Sunday from 4:30 to 5:30. We're a little bit late today, but we are taking calls at 720-708-4189. We're live here with our Student Athlete of the Month, Caleb Valdez, and
Emma.
What's your last name, Emma?
Dobrecht.
I gotta get used to saying it. Emma Dobrecht. These are our Student Athletes of the Month right here.
So one is in 8th grade, right? Which is Caleb, right? 8th grade. Looks like he's in high school. And Emma's in the 11th grade. And Caleb, what school do you go to?
I go to West City College.
Where's that at?
It's a Denver West High School campus.
Oh, okay.
Off of like 11th and Spear.
Denver West. So is it a Denver West High School?
Yeah, it's a high school and a middle school.
Oh.
I think, I
We
know
just
where
played
that's at.
Denver West.
Yeah.
Not too long.
I know where that's at. That's like
Okay.
kind of like almost downtown kind of.
Yeah, off 11th and Spear.
All right. Emma, so tell us what school you go to.
I go to Legend High School.
I can't stand Legend.
Where's
No, I
Legend?
love Legend.
Where's
Because
Legend?
them girls play hard over there.
Is that up north?
Nope. Legend is south.
Is that
She's
Parker?
spoiled. Yeah, she's in. Yeah, she's
Okay.
up
Parker,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
She's
We've
up
been
there.
We've been to that school.
She's up there with the spoiled. No, she's not spoiled. Look, she got a. Is that legend right there? Yeah, she got a. Yeah,
Look,
she
she's
representing.
representing.
You better have these. You better have the legend guys. People look at this. Look at your video while you being interviewed.
Yeah. Show me your shirt. Let them hate on you, girl. There you go.
So
You know,
we started off. So we want to know, and we start with you, Caleb. What is your grade point average? Like, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm an athlete, of course. I think sports.
Wait.
Oh, we gotta ask the question.
Gotta ask the question. We always gotta ask the question.
His favorite question.
Are you an athlete student or a student athlete?
Student athlete.
Oh, okay. Damn. We still just got
We
damn.
need to recruit more athlete students.
Student, yeah. But like, I'm honestly a perfectionist, so I feel like everything has to be perfect. Or like, I'm kind of my biggest critic too, and I always want to be the best I could be. I want to make my mom proud. I want to make my dad proud. I also want to prove people wrong who doubt me.
Okay.
And yeah, I love proving people wrong who say I can't do it.
Okay.
So, that's the way to
What's your
be.
grade point average?
3.8.
Oh my God, a nerd.
You doing it, man.
I call him nerd. That's great, man. That's great. If I just borrow like 2, like a 0.2, I'll have a 2.2. Grade point average.
You need to borrow all of his. You need to borrow all of them.
I have a 2.2. I'll be on my way. 2.2. So, y'all do the math on that one. 2.0 is hard. Dang it. So,
Like, it ain't hard.
it was hard back in the day. In public schools, boy, I swear.
Oh, yeah.
So, Emma, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I play 2 sports actually. I play basketball and I throw for track. But mainly, like, I've started playing sports because I wanted to get good at something and, like, achieve a goal. And, like, so far I have, but I really want to just get as far as I can and, like, do my ultimate goal is to end up in college and play.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the biggest goal. And I just work hard every day to try to, like, prove people who, like, want to, like, tell me, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you're not good enough for that. And show them that I actually can and that I'm actually able to achieve what I want.
What's your grade point average?
3.6.
Yeah, see? Because both of you guys are actually perfectionists. She's the same way. It's the same, yeah, for real. So when you was talking, I was like, yeah, that's Emma. All the way. So, what is you want to ask this? What is your favorite sport?
Oh, that's hard. It has to be.
Ah,
It has to
complex.
be football.
Okay.
Football. I just love the game. Honestly, I love leading the team because I'm a quarterback. I love basically like being a leader out there and commanding the team. And I love football just because also I feel like it drains everything out. Like I can just go on the field and be me and like
Okay.
don't think about all the problems that's going on.
Yeah.
I don't have to think about anything else, just what I need to do.
Okay. What about you, E?
My favorite sport overall has got to be basketball.
Yeah. Whoa.
I just love like the physicality of it and like how tough it is to like battle against other people because you face all kinds of different people when you're playing basketball and you have to play through a lot of different toughnesses and like different mentalities and it's definitely tough but it's a lot of fun at the end of the day.
Oh, okay. Kel, my brother just retired from the NFL. 10 years.
For real?
Yeah, he just retired. Jason Jones. He just retired last year for the NFL. 10 years. He played with Seattle, Detroit, Tennessee, and
New Orleans, too,
New Orleans. That was his last stop. And someone else. I am like, for me, football. I know the ins out of football. Just talking to him, I ain't gonna throw nobody under the bus and everything. But the NFL is whatever. That's how I felt about them.
Political.
Yeah, it's very. They don't. My whole thing is, they would rather you get a concussion than have a brain, versus speaking out on different. They'd rather you have a concussion and do it there, and that's not right and everything. This and that, but it teaches on. Football is good. Just don't count on me being out there when it's cold, because I'm not gonna be out there when it's cold.
Unless you're in the dome.
Yeah, I'll be in the dome. But you gotta see, man, when you get to that, you gotta advocate that they make the seats bigger for me to sit.
He needs 2 seats.
I sit, you know where I sat at when I went to go see him play a lot? I sat in the handicap.
We're supposed to be in a wheelchair.
Yeah. I was in the handicap sleep with him. I wake up in the fourth quarter like, oh my God, there's so many timeouts in the freaking football game. It's ridiculous. Stop the timeouts. I think I'm gonna take a knee
Don't y'all
because of the
get
timeouts.
3 timeouts?
Yeah, 3 timeouts.
But they got TV
Each half.
timeouts.
Each
Oh.
half.
I'm talking about like, I'm gonna take a knee. Like, during the games, and it's
Yeah.
just for the timeouts.
Oh, okay.
They go like, why you taking a knee for timeouts football?
Protesting.
Yeah, I'm protesting.
Protesting the
Yes.
timeouts.
And then I'm gonna take a knee and I'm gonna be like this. I'm protesting the timeouts in the NFL. Stop it! I fall asleep real quick watching them boring commercials. What else we got? You want to add? You want to add anything?
Let me see here. Now, since you're both athletes, you probably can relate to this question. What is your point of view on athletes burning out at a young age?
My point of view is that really the parents cause it. To be honest, parents cause it because of maybe they don't really push their kid to what they can do. If a kid says, "Hey, I don't want to do it," or "I can't do it," maybe they'll just let them fall off, let them quit. When if they don't want them to burn out, they'll keep pushing them and having a strong mentality and be determined. So honestly, parents have the main reason why young athletes burn out.
Interesting. Yeah. What about you?
I definitely agree with the parents being a big reason as to why like some athletes burn out at a young age, but I also think that it could be they're pushing them too hard.
Yeah.
Because like some parents are like very involved like with what their kid is doing, which is great if they're like helpful with it.
Yeah, yeah.
But a lot of the times I've had friends who like stop playing because their parents are like very like into it,
Yeah,
almost to a sense that it's too much.
yeah.
So like they get really tired of it and like it causes a lot of like problems with throughout, like not just in sports, but I also think it can be like a lot of the coaches' things. Like
Yeah.
coaches
Yeah.
being
Coaches
like
are, yeah.
whether they're not like giving you enough feedback or like they're not telling you like, oh, this is what you're doing good or like this is what you're doing bad, they're not helping you improve and they're like killing your confidence. Because coaches, with experience, I know that coaches can kill confidence really easily.
Message to all the coaches. Y'all stanky butts do that. Y'all kill these kids' confidence. And y'all need to stop it. Just because your confidence is suck. You can't kill the kids' confidence.
He angry.
I'm angry at some of these coaches.
Coaches venting out just a little bit.
Exactly. You be leaving these kids out hanging and dry. Y'all need to stop it, coaches. And I'm posting it on Denver, whatever the heck, the page on Facebook. I'm putting this interview on there. So you better be with it. And yeah, you can come holler at me too. Call in and we can go for it.
Yeah. Or in person. He's 7 feet tall, I'm gonna warn you.
And I would say, and I post on Facebook, parents and change, kids are the same and parents have changed. Kids are the same and coaches have changed too. So stop it. I'm protesting that too.
Take a knee.
Taking the knee on that one. On the coaches.
Caleb, I got a question for you, man. Who's your role model right now?
Can it be 2 people?
It could be 10.
It's probably my parents mostly. Yeah, because my parents.
That was smart.
My parents. I couldn't be where I am without my parents. I couldn't be as good as an athlete I am. Couldn't be as good as a student as I am without them. They push me to my limits, even if I can't really keep going. They push me, which I need, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to practice, and they'll tell me get in the car.
Yeah.
And
That's good.
That's it.
I really can't be where I am without them.
So they're not feeling sorry for you saying, no. Okay,
No,
so
baby,
you
come
do that.
on.
Take a rest.
Yeah, take a rest.
They make so much sacrifices for me that really I can't repay, but I just want them to know that I appreciate it.
That's good.
Awesome, bro.
That is
That's
awesome,
real good,
man.
man. Real good.
For real, you get Go ahead, same for you, role model. You better think.
Is this where you want me to say you're my role model?
No. It's somebody on the other side that is big.
Sure, I wish I was 7 feet tall.
I definitely think my mom's one of my bigger role
Okay,
models.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
a lot of role models that I look up to, but like all of them have qualities of like they're nice to people even when like they're not necessarily being like when it's not a mutual thing. But my mom's definitely like one of the toughest people I know, and she puts up with so much, and she sacrificed so much for like both me and my brother and I.
Right.
So like I definitely look up to that and like look up to like how much time she like sacrifices for all of us within the family.
She got a stellar little brother too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta bring him
I'm
on the
trying
show.
to get him on. Trying to get him teammates in. Yeah, you know.
That's awesome stuff, man.
You good?
I'm good, my man.
Good.
You got any questions?
Let me see. Now, you said your plans is to go to college.
Yeah.
So, what are your plans? Okay, off season. When is wrestling over?
Well, I'm doing middle school state this year, qualified, so
Okay.
it's gonna go to the end of March.
So once wrestling season is over with, football season starts. What do you feel like you need to work on wrestling? Because you're undefeated.
Yeah. Actually, today
Oh.
in the championship round, I lost 9-1 to a guy who beat me last year in nationals.
So this is where you're perfectionist.
Yeah.
This is where you can learn. And you have do they film?
Yes.
Do you watch?
Yeah, I watch everything I did wrong. I feel like I did so many mistakes that I could have done better.
So this is what you need to do. I'm gonna give you a little key. You need to watch him. Don't watch you. Watch him and study him. This is how you defeat your opponent, by watching them. Don't watch you so much. You watch them, and then you can counteract because they have moves that they always do. They have counteracts what they always do. You know what I'm saying? So you watch them, and this is how you get over the hump. Because you're going to see him. He's in your age group?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to see him for a while. But you need to start watching him, what he's doing to beat you. Because I'm pretty sure he's probably watching you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just giving you, words of wisdom and advice.
Thank you.
So we let you guys get out of here, and we appreciate you guys.
Thank
Much
you.
and everything.
Thank you.
Drive safely, get home, and we're gonna take another break, and we come back with the final
And
thoughts.
then we out.
When I want to stop the aliens from listening to my thoughts or keep the secret government from hijacking my brain, I reach for new Reynolds Wrap Extreme. Perfect for keeping your brainwaves from escaping your own head, keeping unwanted nanowaves out, or just keeping leftovers fresh in the refrigerator. New Reynolds Wrap Extreme even has hat folding instructions right on the inside of the box that has been scientifically proven to prevent abduction. If we can't get into your head, you can't be anally probed. New Reynolds Wrap Extreme. Keep your thoughts to yourself.
And we're back. This is the Let's Talk U Sports, hosted by Alexander and DJ Johnny V. We had a great show today. Thanks to all our guests.
And what else? Who was all our guests?
Oh,
Well, you don't
no,
remember.
I'm just kidding.
He gotta go back to the notes.
I remember, I promise, bro. Hold on. I got
This is hey, cause this audience, this is why we got notes.
A big shout out to our guest, Coach Perry Watson. Very knowledgeable, wisdom
Oh, shoot.
on some old school coaching,
Yeah.
basketball, life lessons. That was good stuff, man. We got to have him back on the show, man. We got to give him a whole show because I know he's got a lot to teach us.
Yeah, exactly.
And Caleb Valdez and Emma Dubreck are student athletes of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Not athlete students.
Right? So, we're going to end with the final thoughts, and we're going to end with some strategies to help student athletes to avoid them for dealing with burnouts and everything. Earlier in the show, we talked about some things that can prevent the burnout, the physical and emotional exhaustion, the reduced sport accomplishment, and just the pushing of the parent and the coach and the social comment. It plays a big factor too, because a lot of these kids they pay attention to social network and everything, and that plays a big part of them. But some of it is parents. You gotta identify your kid personality. You gotta be able to identify when him or her is struggling, and that's off the basketball court, because they will walk around and feel depressed. They will feel like that they're not worthy of playing the sport, and they will look to quit, and they will look to make excuses. All means will look to make excuses to avoid what's going on out there. one thing you can do is teach the kid some coping skills. You can teach them some coping skills. I don't know what coping skill that might be. For me, my coping skill was playing video games. I play video games. That's how I cope with a lot of things. I go in and play video games, and I might go to the movies.
So you had an Atari?
Yeah, I had Atari, but I'm on that Xbox right now. You know, so that's my coping skill to deal with a lot of things, to cope with, life, because I'm no longer playing at a high level and everything. Teach them to make healthier decisions. I know this Colorado is pretty much a healthy state, would you say?
Yeah, other than you can't breathe out here, but
You can't breathe, yeah.
other than that, it's pretty healthy.
But teach them how to stop eating hot Cheetos.
Oh man,
Hot
they should make those illegal.
Oh my God.
Them things are horrible.
The Takis, whatever the heck that
That's
is.
so good.
See, look, we got over there. That's good. Look, over there. That's that generation. She and that generation. And then just make healthy decisions and life skill management. Teach them about life skills. The most important thing, parents, and I always will say this, like my coach said, and I post recently, the kids haven't changed, the parents have changed. You guys have to be real with your kid. You know what I'm saying? It kind of went out the door when everybody started getting trophies. Oh, everybody got a trophy. Okay. Yeah, like really?
A participant trophy.
Yeah, everybody get a trophy. No. Be real with your kid. And if you see your, and I shout out to my moms, because Johnny knows the story, and I'm not going to say the story on live and everything, but my mom was my toughest critic. My dad was too. Yesterday was my daddy's birthday. Man, he rest in peace and everything, this and that. But my mom was my toughest critic. And she didn't look at things what the coaches was doing, and she didn't look at what the opponent. She looked at what I was doing. If I missed layups, if I missed a defensive assignment, and all that, and she brought that up to my attention. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no baby. Oh, baby, you gonna be no. You missed a layup. That was 2 points. You know what I'm saying? You missed 5 layups. That could have been 10 points. You didn't hustle back on defense. A lot of you parents go to the naked eye on that. And this is what the kids, your kid, your daughter, your son needs to hear. They need to hear it. Get your butt back on defense. Did you give it your all? Did you sacrifice out there on the basketball court? You know what? You missed 5 layups, and that could have been 10 points. So I'm not trying to hear what the coach is doing to you, because you're doing it to yourself. Parents, you have to be real with your kids and pay attention to your kids. I know you work. My mom worked 2 jobs, but she still paid attention to me. Know when your child is struggling, and especially they got bullying, cyberbullying, and all that stuff in the schools now. You guys have to pay attention to your kid. I don't care if you got 5 kids, you pay attention to all of them. And don't use your job as an excuse, because guess what? Your kid gonna grow up and he or she gonna start using things as excuses because they watched you. So be real with your parents. Be real with your kids. If you went through some bullying stuff when you were young, be real. If you was burnt out while you played, be real with your kid and try to coach them how to get through whatever they're going through. Well, that's all I got to say. And I continue to say it like Coach said. You got to continue to speak the truth. You have to. And I don't care if y'all don't like me. And those are my final thoughts.
That was nice,
I
man.
can follow that.
I was mesmerized by that.
So, before we leave, Team Alexander, Colorado Club basketball program is having their tryouts in Highlands Ranch at Crest Hill Middle School, March 13th, March 15th, from 7 to 8:30. Times may change depending on how many kids we get. We also are expanding into the northwest and northeast section of Colorado, bringing Team Alexander. Kanye Robinson is running the northwest side, and I'm running the northeast side. So, guys, go on the website. The website is taathletics.org. I didn't think I had to add the www. But you guys can go on the website and you guys can check us out and see what Team Alexander is trying to do. And that is trying to expand. And thank you guys for supporting the show. Like I say, the YouTube views are outstanding. And it's overwhelming. It constantly goes, yeah.
And we always have good guests, so keep tuning in.
Oh, we got good guests. Oh, we got some good guests coming up too. So we got the South Carolina coach. He's coming on board. We got a couple of basketball pros that's coming on board.
We're supposed to get LeVar Ball on the show.
We're supposed to get LeVar Ball, and I am trying to bring. I'm currently working on a WNBA player. I'm currently working on her.
Is it a surprise?
It's a surprise until she said yes. But she's one of the top scorers in the WNBA. I am on her, and we're communicating. So I'm trying to bring women on the show so we can hear their point of view on youth sports. So that's all I want to say.
And the next show is...
He's looking on his phone.
I gotta see.
Yeah, you gotta see. Nothing else. Yeah.
It will be March 2nd.
March 2nd.
4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. right here on the Sparks Radio
Unless
Network.
it's traffic. And we can't get nothing right. Yeah. But we made it.
I don't want to talk about it.
We did our thing.
I get road rage.
We did our thing. So, thank you guys. You got anything? Where you want to be at? Where you playing at? You playing anywhere?
I will be playing at Mambo Cafe in Thornton this Friday night. It's ladies' night. Ladies drink free till 11:30. We got drink specials all night. We're playing new hip hop, R&B mixed with a little bit of Latin and old school. So come check us out.
I think I'm gonna come to that Friday.
Yeah, I need a bodyguard, man. So.
All right, and then look what we have created. Team Alexander strength and conditioning book for the kids. This will be on the website as well. So we created Emma's mom, Holly. She worked hard on this. So shout out to her, and I thank her. All right. Deuces, we out.
We're out.